for our children's time, 2 weeks ago we talked about love. Last week we talked about forgiveness. And this week we're going to talk about trust. And as I was getting ready for this, there was an exercise. And if we had actually been able to have somebody stand close, the exercise was to take a Ziploc bag, fill it half full with water, hold it over somebody's head, and tell them you were going to take a pencil and stick it right through the Ziploc bag.
I'll do it.
Now you know Marsha's a trusting individual. Because Fayetta, when I told her about it, she said, there's no way that's going to work. So, just so you know, the reason I bring this up, we have to understand what it means to trust people. And if I told you I could do that, I could do it. Because I could take the pencil and put it right in over the top of the water. And there wouldn't be any leaks. But then you'd look at me and say I cheated, right? And you'd question whether I was being honest with you. So just so you understand, I tried it, and Fayetta can tell you it works. You can take a Ziploc bag, fill it half full with water, take a pencil and stick it right through the water and the bag won't leak. Now here's the key. It has to be a round pencil. Don't try it with the hexagonal pencils, because it will leak and you'll get everything wet. But you know, that's why I wanted to start with trust. What does it take for you to trust somebody? Anybody? What about?
It helps when they're faithful.
They're faithful. When you're together. But, you know, first of all, they have to be honest with you, right? Because, again, if I use my example, if I'd have taken that pencil and put it right over the top of the water, you would have said, you're not very honest because you weren't fully open with me. People have to be consistent. You have to learn that what you see is always what you get. And they're not going to be different in different places or different circumstances. They have to be willing to help people and to show you that they care. I've told this story a lot. I worked with a lady and she was having a really difficult time. And this lady walked by her as we were going to lunch and she said, "How are you?" And she proceeded to tell this lady that, you know, she was struggling with health issues and her mother was sick and a lot of things like that. And the lady said, "Oh, good, 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 good." Walked right on by. Now, did she honestly want to know if she was okay? She was just making conversation. People need to know that you care. And they want to know that you're always going to do the right thing. That's something that's difficult for people. Because we always want to answer yes, but. Let's take a moment and see what it means for us to trust God. Here's 6 reasons why you should trust God. He knows you by name. I want you to think about when your parents called you by your full name. You knew 2 things. One, you knew specifically who they were talking to, and you knew you were most likely in trouble. God knows us, and He often calls us by our full name. And He does that not because we're always in trouble, but He does that to get our attention. He thinks about you. You know, it's easy for people to be lonely. It's easy for people to feel lost. But it really helps when they know somebody cares. He'll fight for you. He fights for us every day. He's our place of refuge, and He has a plan for us. Right? I want you to remember this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. But in all your ways submit to the Lord, and he will make your path straight. So love, forgiveness, trust, these are all things that we need to learn as people, but it's all also examples that Jesus sets for us. He shows us how we can live our lives.